Okay, exam style question. Question number 11. Salih, start the question first, please.
A or B is the sector of a circle center O. The radius of the circle is 12 centimeters. The angle of the sector is 20. Calculate the area of the sector A or OAB. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. So you had to find the area of a sector, which means they're going to use pi in x over 360 times by pi r squared.
Okay, so for
That's the
example,
formula you can use.
give me 1 second. I'll lean on something over here. Okay, so if you want to work out the area of the sector OAB, so OAB is what? We call OAB our little slice of
Cake.
pizza. It's a pizza slice or cake slice, yes. Give me a second. So, right, what's the formula, Saleh, for it?
It's x over 360.
So the normal area of a full circle is, what is it? Okay, now because we only got 20 degrees of a circle, that part of a circle, what will you multiply it by?
20 over 360.
20 over 360, because we're doing that fraction of a circle. That's the slice of the pizza we're taking off, only that much. So we can only work out this much, this fraction of this area.
We also have the radius, which is 12.
Okay, so we're gonna have pi times by 12 squared. Now that will cancel with that, then that will cancel with that, and then times it by 1 over 18. Yes?
Yeah.
Let's work that out. So area equals pi times by 12 squared times by 18. That'll be 144 pi over 18 is my pure answer. And then we need to give it into a decimal answer.
It is.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, go. You do it.
25.132.
So as we do these questions, please folks use the chat box to answer your answers in there. So we have. So we're going to put in the fraction. Whoa, fraction again. 144 shift pi over 18 equals. So what do you get for the answer for that, Salia?
25.132.
So that simplifies down to 8 pi. And if I press the SD button, that will give us 25.132744123. Now, the key thing we need to look at here, look at the diagram, the question. What's the question saying here, Salih, in blue?
3 significant figures.
Okay, 3 significant figures. Now, move my calculator out of the way. Okay, so we're looking for 3 significant figures. So 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to stop at the 1. We're going to look at the 3.
25.1.
So the 3 says leave it alone?
Yeah.
So we get 25.1. And what's the units? Because they asked us to work out the area of the sector.
Centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared. Okay, Bilkis, are we happy with that? Okay. Everybody at home, do you get that? Make sure you've done that on your calculator. Put a hands up, thumbs up next to your name to say that you've done that practice on your calculator and you have got the same answer. If you've got different answers, say so. Disagree, and then we'll correct it. Otherwise, it's all good. Okay, lovely, fantastic. So that's us now working out the that slice of the circle. So when we have 20 degrees of a circle, only that portion will be 20 out of 360. That's fraction of the pi r squared that we're going to be dealing with. So here we've got some more questions over here. Yes?
No, when they give you what's it called, a measurement for a side of a sector, it will always automatically be a radius, or can they just like give you
Absolutely good question. That 12 centimeters they're giving me here, that has to be the radius without a shadow of a doubt, because this is the center of the circle. It says OAB is a sector of a circle center O. So they don't need to tell you that's the radius. You should know it's the radius. It is absolutely the radius. And not only is the top one the radius, the bottom one is also the radius, which they don't need to label, which you should know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was a good question. Yeah, how do we know? Yes, it's always going to be the radius. Okay, good question. Right, let's move on to the other half of the page. Everybody should be on the last week's worksheet. And we are looking at, Okay, so we're back to question number 11. They want us to work out the arc length and the perimeter. So let's go to Anaya with the A, aka Annie. So number 12, Anaya, you want to have to work out, they want you to work out the arc length and the perimeter. So we're still on question number 11 at the moment. We can use space on the bottom. How would you work out the arc length? Which part they're talking about?
It's talking about the edge of the circle.
Yeah, the crust. The
Yeah.
crust of they're talking about the crust of the pizza, where there's a stuffed crust, it's got cheese in there, whatever it is. So they want you to work out the length AB. So go. How would you work out the length AB?
You would use the formula x over 360 times 2 pi r.
So we said the perimeter. What's the normal perimeter of a normal circle, full one?
2 pi r.
2 pi r. Okay, lovely. I like that. Now, how do we adjust that? Oops, sorry, I've written down P by mistake. Should be really circumference. So the circumference of a circle is 2 pi for the whole circumference of the whole circle. Now, we only got 20 degrees worth of a circle. So how do we adjust the circumference to cater for the reduced part of a circle, the portion? What do we do?
You times it by the angle over 360.
Fantastic. So this is the amount of circle. This is the size of the slice that we're cutting out from the pizza. The circle is 20 over 360. That's our, like, in a sense, like our adjustment. We say we're not doing the full circle, we're doing this amount of a full circle. So let's go. Same question, back to you again, go on. So the circumference, let me get back to a black. Give me a second. So circumference equals 2 times by pi. What's the radius?
12.
Time by 20, all of it divided by 360. If you can do some cancelling in a house, it'd be better. So you divide that by 12, you divide that by 12, what's that give us? How many 12s will go into 360?
20. No, I'm wrong. 30.
Which timetables have you been learning, Annie? That 12 times by 2 is 36. I don't know which stretches the imagination. Your imagination stretches in all kinds of dimensions. Okay, so we can divide that by 10, divide that by 10. So we got left on the top, 2 times by 2 is 4 pi over 3. Okay, 4 pi over 3. Right, calculator ometer time. Right, everybody get your calculators. Don't be sitting at home daydreaming. Yeah, get your calculator and press the buttons. Yeah. 4 shift pi. You got to be in it to win it. If you don't try the questions and you just watch me do this, oh yeah, so easy. The third does it. Do it yourself. Don't be lazy. So the answer for that, what's the Salih? What we getting for that, Salih? The calculated answer?
4.18879.
4.1888790.
So it's the 3 significant figures. So you look at 8 and you round it up to what?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So
And then you look at the 8.
round up
So that gives us,
4.19.
and the answer is in, and that is what we just worked out. We worked out the arc length. The arc length, which is AB, which is the length of the crust. Okay. Now, who's doing this question with me? Number 11. Is you, Salia? Okay. Who's doing this question?
I was doing the first bit, but I didn't do the rest.
Okay. Now the next bit says work out the perimeter. Mr. Essen, wakey time. Sleeping Beauty, wake up. Mr. Essen, Saab. So we want to work out the perimeter now. So what does that mean? Now we worked out the crust, which was the pink bit, A to B. We worked out the area of the pizza slice, which is the orange bit. What do they mean by the perimeter?
The like whole of the outside.
That means, yes, everything else. That means this bit, and that bit, all of it. Lovely. So now we've worked out the A to B part. So can you give me like an idea for the perimeter, please? So let me just change color a bit. So the perimeter, if you're looking at what you just told me, so we're going to have the arc, the length, which is AB, which we've done just up here. And then what we're going to add to that?
The length, the radius, and
And the radius.
yeah.
You're gonna add the radius twice because you've got two radiuses in there. The radius is here and here, this bit and this bit. Okay, I'll just take some of that extra stuff off. Lovely. Now, quick question. When I'm going to be reusing a previous question, shall I use, let me give you a choice. Shall I use this number here or shall I use this one here? Which one do I use now that I'm actually carrying on the calculation for another part? Do I use the first one or the second one?
Second one.
Never the second one, you always use the first one. You never use a rounded off answer to continue on another answer because that introduces then rounding errors. So that was a good answer. I would say that's what most students would do. And that's why you could possibly use marks in the exam by being out. So you would always use, I call this the pure answer. The pure answer because nothing's lost. Everything is packed within the 4 pi over 3. So I'm going to use that. Absolutely, I'm going to use that. So 4 pi over 3 plus the radius plus the radius. So let's pop that into the calculator and see what that gets us. Oh, 4 pi over 3 is already in my calculator. So all I have to do now is add to that. 12 by 12 is 24. And I've got the answer, pure answer from the memory. I haven't pressed cancel or on and having to type it in. It's all there stored. I press equal. And that gives me a nice, lovely answer. So I get now 28.1887902. Now we can actually round that off. So SL, can you round that off to 3 significant figures for me, please?
28.2.
28.2. Fantastic. You're going to stop here and you're going to look at that one. 28.2 what? What's the units?
Centimeters.
Absolutely. Yes, because perimeter is the length. Length is measured in centimeters, meters, whatever the unit is. So the area of the first one was centimeter squared. Done. That's an exam question done fully with we worked at the arc length, we worked at the area, we worked at the perimeter. Okay, fantastic. Right, let's get rid of this calculator, move out the way. So remember, folks, we're a little bit going back on because we didn't actually do this page before I gave you the homework. So I'm just kind of covering my tracks to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay. Okay. All right. Question number 14 next. Everybody look at question number 14. Question number 14. Right. Let's put Abdullah B. You got your hand up. So we put that down. Okay, Mr. Riyan. Mr. Riyan Saab. Okay. Are you at your dad's place, Riyan?
G.
Okay, are you ready to do some maths?
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Read question number 14. Let's go, Jules.
The area of this sector is 10 centimeters squared. A substitute R equals 3 and area equals 10 into the formula.
Okay.
Area.
Yeah, go on. Area equals?
Area equals x over 360 multiplied by pi R2.
Okay, normally when they give you this kind of question, this bit here, they wouldn't give you. Give me a second while I do some editing. Okay, let me give you. When they give you a normal question, they will give you the question like that. So they've given you literally, they've kind of told you what to do. So read the question again now. Read it out to me.
The area of this sector is 10 centimeters squared.
Okay, lovely. And what do we need to work out the value of?
X.
X, lovely. So that's the question. So I've taken off all the extra free information which they shouldn't really be giving you. And let's work out the question. So what formula do you know for the area of sectors? Give me the formula. Okay, Mr. Rion's gone into, I think his turbos have, they're not spooling up at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send his car to the garage to be fixed. Okay, how do we work out the area of a sector, Mr. Rion?
X over 360 times pi R2.
Yeah, so you need to pay attention. We've just done the question and I'm asking you and you've gone into, you stalled. pi r squared is the area, and then we're going to multiply it by the angle that we have, that fraction of a circle. So that's the formula that we're using. Now, where does the number 10 go? Reference our formula, where does it go? So at the moment, we know that this
I'm not
is
too
called,
sure.
At the
okay,
end.
this 10 goes over here in the question, in the answer. They've given you the answer. They want you to work out the question. I call these questions a reverse question. I'm not talking about some students, how their life is. They're living life in reverse. Yeah, they don't know where they're going. They're traveling backwards. I'm talking about doing the question backwards. Normally in a question, they give you the question. They want you to work out the answer. In this question, they've given you the answer. They said, what was the question? So let's do it. Okay, I might need to copy this question out a bit from here because I'm going to crash into the rest of the. So copy. I'll put it over here. Okay.
I got an
Right.
answer.
Oh, it's not back in the answer.
I just the bottom.
Okay, lovely. So what is the area? What area have they given us, Mr. Rion? What area have they given us? Quickly.
10 centimeters squared.
10. You don't put centimeters squared into your formula, by the way. That's just units. What's the radius of the shape?
3 centimeters.
Okay. And what's the angle that we got to work out? What's it called?
X.
X. Lovely. There we go. So how do you rearrange this equation to work out the value of X? I will highlight it for you. I want you to make X the subject. What do? Go. Do you know how to rearrange equation?
No.
Okay, no problem. Okay, let's have Mr. Oh, let's have Miss Salia. Go.
Basically, you're gonna do divide 10 by pi times by 3 squared.
So you start at the X, you identify the actions. Remember the technique, start, identify, reverse. Start at X, X is what's been done to X first,
Then divided by 3
and what's been done to it next?
then times by
Beautiful. So remember that technique, Mr. Rion, because you're learning it for the first time. When we do algebra, you start at the letter that you want to make subject, you look at that first. Forget everything else. You look at that, what's happening to it first. First, it's been divided by 360. Second, Salia, it's been timed by?
pi times by 3 squared.
Right. So,
Do the
now,
second action first.
so you move this one up here, opposite divide is times, and opposite times is?
Divide.
Divide. This is like called also. So we have, whoops. I've done some little bit of flicking there. Where's it gone? Where have you gone, Salia? Where's it gone? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I touched part of the menu. So we're going to have now 360. Opposite divide by 360 is time by 360. Opposite of time by 9 pi is?
Divided by 9 pi.
And then the answer is equal to?
227.
Is equal to X.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody pop that into your calculator. Can we do some cancelling beforehand? How many 9s go into 36, Salia?
That's 4.
Okay, so we got basically 40 divided by pi is equal to X. Now, what do we call this answer, Salia? 40 over pi is called the pure answer. Now, don't mix it on with pure. That's something quite different. Yeah, you're at your pure's place. Is garage. This is pure, meaning it's the asli. It's got the full, all the fats and all the juices in there. 40 pi. So everybody on your calculators, please. Okay, Salih, hang on a second. Okay, everybody send me your answers to the chat. Everybody, show me your answer, Salia. Okay, so I'm gonna work my answer out. In the meantime, I want everybody's answer to be popping up in the chat. Everybody's. So even those who feel like they want to go to sleep, wake up, get on your calculators. No worry, Rihanna, it's just a matter of you need to be up to speed, that's all. Don't forget, this is a higher class GCSE year 11. If you haven't done some stuff, you haven't done it. It's nothing to be, you just need to catch up. Okay, right. Okay, I'm getting some answers. I'm gonna get back. Well, I'm gonna lock up the answers so you can send them to me and nobody else can see the answers and copy. No, sorry, Rihanna, don't. We. Okay, 40 divided by. Okay, so I've got here 12.73239.545. And Salih, has it told us how many?
It didn't tell you because you crossed it out.
It says solve your equation from part A to find the angle sector to the nearest degree. We do know. So to the nearest degree, so far everybody's answer is incorrect. Everybody's answer. Okay, I'm sorry I've covered it up with my calculator. I'll move the calculator out of the way and then I'll highlight it for you. It says here, and here's the key part. So everybody give me, okay, Essen, I got your new answer. Well done, that's correct. No, Essen is awake. He's doing his work, definitely. He says, sending me answers. He's not asleep. Okay. So to the nearest degree in this particular case is actually equivalent to 2SF. Oh, hang on a second. Have I done a typo? Yeah, I have. Okay, somebody spotted something. Thank you, Abdullah. 40 times by 10, that should be 400 divided by pi. Absolutely right. Have you still got the same answer? We're going to get a different answer, Naomi. Okay. 400 divided by shift pi equal. Oh, that's better. Okay, well spotted there, Mr. Abdullah. Well spotted, because that answer 12.7 looks way too small and nobody spotted it
I did.
apart from one person. But yet,
I literally showed you.
nobody tell me there's a typo here. Yeah. So 40 times by here's the mistake. I've got to multiply by the tenfolds, put it back in 400, and we can actually literally just quickly edit it as we go. Oops, that thing that rubber's a bit too fat. Okay, let's go for something thinner. Lovely. So the decimal point lands here, and then the answer will be 127.3. We just adjust it, and that's well spotted. So you gave me the answer, but I'm writing down something else. You should tell me 127. Done. Okay, apologies for that missing out the time by 10. Abdullah, well spotted. Save the day. Okay, lovely. So these are called reverse questions, where they gave you the answer. You got to go back and unpack it all and work out the question. Now, normally, what they could do in the question like number 14 is they can say to you, the area is this, work out the perimeter. Okay, so I'm actually going to change the question into what it could be. So I'm gonna assume, go back to the original one. Okay, so work out the perimeter. That's a question that I just done recently with my students in school. Work out the perimeter. So just okay, so that's your question. Part 2, go. Everybody work out the perimeter. So take in consideration that we've done the worked out the angle. You now got to work out the perimeter of the shape. Now that you know the angle, and remember, do not use the rounded off perimeter, the angle, to work out the perimeter. Go back to the original answer. The original answer is on the screen where my mouse is on the calculator. That's the original value. Use the original calculator value for the angle calculation. When you put into the next part, do not use the rounded off value. Yes.
What question? Same one.
The same question. That's your perimeter.
Yes.
That's have a look at the question.
That's looking at it.
Hang on a second. For that perimeter, which question are we looking at? Where is it? The area of the sector is 10. And how is that even possible? If that bottom part is 3, the other part is 3. How can you answer that big? 3 at 3 is 6. 6 at a small number. That's too big. You feel okay? Here. If this is 3 here, Salia,
Yes.
and this one is also 3 over here.
Yeah.
3 and 3 is
I've done that. See?
6. And then you got to work out this part of the circle. Give me this.
So,
How can the part of the circle be worth 127 centimeters? That part? Really? Yeah, yes, sir, Abdullah.
you know, what's it called again? You know, angle X, is it 127?
127.329393954.
Yeah, so should I just round it up or should I just leave it 400 over
Okay, so
time?
you not listen, Abdullah, you're not paying attention. You do
Yeah.
not round it up. You do not. When you carry on a calculation, you always go back to the pure value. And I've
Yeah.
just said that to you. Use the value on my calculator. Don't use the rounded off value because you're going to carry the calculation on and then you're going to introduce new errors in it. It's called rounding errors. So no, I've just said that so many times. Don't use the rounded off error and rounded off answer.
Okay.
Okay, Salih, work at the perimeter.
So I did.
Look at the arc length. You worked out wrong. It's incorrect. You can't have answer that big. The same way my previous answer is too small. You can't have a angle of 12.7 when it's an obtuse angle. It's just visually wrong. Okay, Eliza's come up with an answer. Eliza's come up with an answer. Eliza, is that the centimeters or you've written as degrees?
Degrees.
Okay, the degrees, yeah?
Yeah.
And okay, let's have a look.
Oh wait, centimeters.
Centimeters, okay.
Yeah.
So the arc length is going to be 2 pi r times by the angle that we have over 360. And the angle is on the calculator right there. So it'll be 2 times by pi times by the radius. Radius is 3. Times by the calculator, whatever that is. 127 point blah 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 blah. 3, 2, 3, and so on, so on. Divided by 360. So I'm going to use the calculator now to help me with the calculation. So fraction button. So 2 times by shift pi times by the radius 3 times by the previous answer that's stored in the calculator memory, which is pure, which is the pure answer. Then you replay, bring it down to the bottom. Okay. So, so if I want to work out the perimeter will be the arc plus the 3 plus the 3. Will be the arc length plus 3 plus 3, the two radiuses. So it'll be 6.6 recurring at 3 at 3.
12.6 recurring.
That's right. So the new answer should be 12.6 recurring.
Or 38 over 3.
Now, I think if you wanted it to one decimal place, it will be 12.7 centimeters to one decimal place. Okay, are we all happy with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Let's move the calculator out of the way. Let's move on. Okay. So question number 17, we've just literally done that question number 17 in the guise of the one we just done above. So number 17 is very similar. Question number 18, angle AOB is 45. The sector AOB has an area of 5 pi centimeters squared. Find the length of the arc AB. Give your answers to, okay. Right, question number 17 is identical to what we've literally just done, where they're giving us an area answer. We have to work out the angle, then work out the perimeter. So that's identical in its full length. But this question here, number 17, is they don't break anything down for you. They just tell you the area is this. The area is this, and work out the perimeter of the sector. Remember, perimeter means everything, radius plus arc length. Okay, question number 17 and 18, actually do those. I'm going to load up the actual original answers. Off you go, folks, everybody. I'll put the timer on. Give you 5 minutes. Okay, let's do that. Let's reset that. Reset that one. That one for the 5 minutes. Save, play. Okay. Whoa. B. Come on, don't do that. Okay, question number 17 is literally identical to what we just done, but you have to do it all over yourself again. You have to break it down into different sections. In the meantime, I will try to find out where the original answers are. I don't need to, do I need to go into that? Give me a second while I just move this to one side over here. So what page are we on in the book?
217.
Here we have answers for that one. Yeah, good. And lovely. Lovely jubbly. Okay, I've got answers ready. As soon as you got your answer for number 17, 18, send it through, please. Time is also running as well. Anybody need any help? Okay, Rihanna, I see your comment is fine. Okay, right. Timer's been up some time. Okay, we're gonna give you some answers for you to check and then tell me how well you've done. So, question number 17. What's the actual work out? The perimeter is 23.7 and the angle that you should have got in the first part of the calculation is okay. Can you please indicate in the chat if you got that part of the question right? You got the angle?
Angle. Was it was
The angle was 111.
Yes, 0.408.
Yeah, and then the perimeter was 23.7.
Yeah. I didn't write the answer. I just read the fraction.
So, you know, if you write the final answer without the angle, will you still get it right?
The final answer without the angle.
Yeah,
At
like
the
if
moment.
If the angle's in, you're working out, but you never wrote it as the answer.
Okay, no, that's no problem. They're just giving that information.
Okay.
111 is actually, that's something that's implied that you need to work that out first in order to work out the perimeter. Because all they say here is calculate the perimeter of the sector, give your answer correct to 3SF. So the 111 is for information only. That's the first part that you should have got right before you got 23.7. So if you got 23.7, you got the full marks, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
And that kind of question that was in actually my students' mock exams that was done a few weeks ago. Something either this identical question or something similar to that style, where they not only do they actually want they haven't mentioned anything about the angle, they go straight into work out the perimeter. Okay, Abdullah, the question, this one here, number 17, you've just done it, young man. The question that I just done for you, that I just made up as I was going along, that was basically this question, but without doing it so kind of in so little words. We've just done that question. So what I'm gonna advise you to do is go back and look for that in the video. I'll send you the link. Okay.
Okay.
So let me close this down. Next question. Right, question number 18. Find the length of the arc AB. If you've done this one, quickly send your answer to the chat now or forever hold your peace. Go. Let's see what your answers are first before you start stealing my answer. Okay, let's have a look. So I've got one answer from Eliza. MashaAllah, in the whole class, one person's awake. Okay. Okay.
So I've sent my answer.
You've sent your answer. I can't see your answer. The only
You know.
person, the only person who sent me an answer so far is Eliza.
Oh.
Eliza. Yeah, where's your answer?
I sent it to you. Don't know why it's not showing.
Okay, give me a second. Maybe he's got stuck on the internet somewhere. He's got stuck in one of the servers. Okay, so has anybody else sent answers to? Number 18, Bilqis, have you got your answer ready? Allahu Akbar. Okay. So Inaya. Okay. Right. Here's the answer. The answer is 4.9723 SF. The arc length A to B. Okay, Mr. Abdullah, what's going on, Mr. Abdullah? I'll do this one with you now. Okay, let's close this. And let's move this out of the way and get back to my one. Okay. Abdullah, join me in this one, please. Abdullah B. Not Abdullah.
Yeah.
Go on. Let's find out which gremlins are you being affected by, because this question is giving you some certain indigestion, mathematical indigestion. Come on.
So he's asking to find the arc length.
Okay, so what they're giving you?
They gave me the angle, which is 45.
Wow,
And the area.
Okay. So in order for you to work out the arc length.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how do you work out the arc length? I've done my C and L together.
X over 360 times by 2 pi r.
Okay, I always write that second for a reason. I'll write down 2 pi r because normally the perimeter, the circumference is 2 pi r, but we're doing this adjustment here. The adjustment X over 360. Okay. So to work out the arc length, you need to know the angle. Do you know the angle?
Yeah, 45.
Okay. Do you know the radius?
No.
No. So at the moment you can't work out the arc length until you've worked out the radius. So what other formula do we need to use to work out the radius? And the key word here they're giving you to help you is?
Area.
Area. What's the area formula?
X over 360 times by pi r squared.
Okay, lovely. Sally, did you get the answer right?
No.
Are you paying attention?
Yeah.
How to do it right then? Bilqis, have you done the 18 yet?
No.
Okay, well, we're doing it now. Okay. So in order for you to work out the arc length, you cannot work it out because you don't know the radius.
Yeah.
They haven't given us the radius, so we have to use the area information which they gave you in the question to work out the radius, which is here. So what is the area what's the area?
5 pi centimeters squared.
Okay, don't mention the word centimeter squared. We don't need that. Okay. We don't need to worry about units when you're putting into the substitution. 5 pi equals pi times by r squared times by x over 360. And I need to get rid of that blue lines in the way. Okay, wrong one. Whole one, this one, gone. Okay, lovely. How do I work out the value of x, Mr. Abdullah? What do I do?
So you first get rid of 360. So you times because inverse.
So opposite time by 360 is? Divided by 360 is time by 360 and then?
Yeah, then you divide by pi r squared.
So I'm just going to do over here on the side because I'm running out of space. So we got 360 times by 5 pi. And then opposite, oops, I think I've circled too much. Okay, hang on 1 second. Do we know the angle?
No, but how are you going to do?
We do know the angle, 45.
No, but how are you going to do?
Whoa, hang on a second. I've done slightly. I'm going to backtrack a bit, folks. Give me 1 second. I've just done it slightly. Give me a second.
No, that's right. You can do 5.
Sorry, I'm doing it wrong at the moment. Give me a second. Right, so let me get rid of. We're not trying to work out the x. We're trying to work out the
radius.
The r. Well, why don't you say something? Yeah, if I'm circling, highlighting the wrong thing, then say something rather than we making a wrong recording, and then everybody. So x is 45. 45 goes here, and 45 divided by 360 gives us how much? What does it give us?
It gives us 1 over 8.
1 over 8. Lovely. And we want to work out the r. So the opposite divide by 8 is
times
times the other side by 8. And then the opposite of time by pi is,
divided by pi.
so 8 times by 5, that'll give you 40 pi. I'll give you
40
40
pi.
pi divided by pi. What's that give us?
45 over
What's that give us?
14 points.
No, 40 pi divided by pi is 40, yes?
Oh, wait.
Opposite squaring is?
Yeah. Root.
So that's the pure answer.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to use the pure answer because I need to go back up to here now. So I'm going to substitute into here root, what is it?
Root 40.
Root 40. And what's the x value?
45.
Fantastic. So it'll be 2 times by pi times by root of 40 times by 45 over 360. So now all the pieces have come into play. So that will become 1/8. That will divide by 2, that becomes 1/4. So we're going to have root 40 pi over 4 as my rough answer, sorry, my pure answer before the calculation has to be rounded. So 40 pi, so let's put that into the calculatometer. Let's grab the calculator, about the scruff of the neck.
4.96.
Okay, so before you give me your answer, I want everybody to work that calculation out, put that into the chat, so I know that you're awake and you're actually doing some work. Otherwise, it looks like everybody is asleep because they don't do anything in the lesson. Yeah, now I know our parents don't want the kids to join Zoom. They just seem really sleepy. There's no input from them. Yeah, normally they can't stop chatting with their friends on the phone. When it comes to sending a chat on the Zoom lesson, they're quite dead. The hands was a burial site. Yeah, janaza time. Don't worry, Annie, we wouldn't bury you there because they're not. That's the. Okay, what do we get, Salia?
The same.
Okay, let's just hope that's right. So that gives us 4.967294133. Now we're working out what we're working at. Are we working out the length of the arc? Yeah, so that one's given to. So what would you round it up to? Anybody? An idea? Should we do to 1 dp?
Yeah.
So what's the answer to 1 dp?
5.0.
Now, I don't know whether this is going to be correct or not. I'll write that down. What I think we should use 1 dp. Let me just quickly go and check the answer from the other side. And let's just hope this is good. Okay, why is that so small over here? Hey, where's it gone? Give me a second. All right, let me check that. Oh, they're giving it to 3 significant figures. Okay, so let's go back a bit. So they don't want 1 dp for some reason. They were okay. So do it for me for 3 significant figures, please. Back to the original. Abdullah, 3SF.
Yeah.
What will it be? 3SF.
4.97.
Sorted. So sorry about that, but that's the answer that they. If we look at their answer, they're giving 3SF, 4.97, which is the same as our answer, but we done it to 1 dp. They done it to different degree of accuracy. Okay, lovely. So that's the reason. So some of you have already done these kind of questions, much more than you're okay with them. But I just wanted to make sure that we are all okay with them. Everybody is. And now we will be able to. What we got up here? The one I said we do still. Nice questions. We'll see if we have time to come back to those. Okay, I think it's our break time now. So when we come back from the break, we're going to move on to 7.6 cylinders on spheres. Okie dokie, right. So let me move the calculator out of the way. Let me grab a hold of this one here, reset that. Let's go down to here, reset that one. Okie dokie, we have 10 minutes. Okay, so we've just finished the work that I wanted to do, which we didn't get a chance to do last lesson, but I gave you homework on it anyway, so apologies for that way around. So for those of you who didn't get a chance to do, didn't understand it, now that we've done it, you should be able to redo that part of the homework. So if I zoom down here, I think it was there, so here we go. The purpose of practice books. Everybody should have done section 7.4 circles completely without any problems. That's the one we done all the work for. 7.5, we did the work on sectors, but we done just like easier versions, which is like quarter of a circle, half of a circle. They were quite easy compared to the questions we've done here. So this sheet is to be completed if not done the first time round. This one is to be completed, and this one will have a question to do with the arc length. Is to do with the perimeter, and is to do with the calculating the radius, reverse questions, and the area of the sectors. So all the questions that we've just done will be in this exercise. Okay. So let's go back up to the next part. Yummy stuff. Okay. So everybody, please, a new learning objective. 7.6 cylinders and spheres. Okie dokie. Everybody write it down, please. Rule of your previous work. Write down the new subtitle, 7.6 cylinders and spheres. So we're looking at volume, surface areas, and problems. Simple. When you finish that, put your hand up next to your name to let me know that you're ready to start. I sent you, Salia. It's cooler.
Where did you get that from?
She's also sent me. Okay, we have one person ready. One person in the whole class has copied it all down and ready to rock it and roll it. The rest of them are sleeping. Sleeping like Sleeping Beauty. Okay, we have one more person, 2 people. Okay, good. It's increasing. They're beginning to wake up. Okay, good. Finish, Bilkis. Let's get started. Okay, Bilkis. Right, let's get started onto our key point. If you want to work out the volume of a cylinder of radius r, the volume will be given by pi r squared h. Everybody draw a little quick sketch of that, please, if you can. The volume for a prism, which this is always equal to the area times by in this case is the height, the length or the width, depending on which orientation the shape's in. So this is the area part and the height corresponds to the length. Okay, how long it is, how tall it is. That's the general formula. You could replace this pi r squared with base times by height divided by 2 if it's a triangular prism, and so on, depending what kind of 3D shape it is. We copy that down, Salia.
No.
Come on, wakey, girl.
So does that say length? Area times length.
Yeah, volume because area time by how long it is. It can be, in this case, the word length can be interchanged with height because the shape is being made to stand up. The length now is actually looking like a height. And if I was to lie it down and make it lie down, that could be interpreted as a width. So that word L is interchangeable with height and width and stuff. Basically, how long is the shape?
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, if you stand it up, then that length becomes a height. That's so they are interchangeable. Okay, so that's the volume of a cylinder. How many cylinders does your car have, for example? 4 cylinders, 6 cylinders? Okay. Right, has everybody finished copying down the key point? Nice and slowly, Suleiman. Jazakallah khair, young man. You want to start, lovely biscuits and some tea. Fantastic. Three biscuits. Okay, excellent. Good start. Close the door, please, when you go out. And close up the door as well. Okay, thank you. Okay, ready. Who's ready to start some questions? Let's have Annie. Annie, can you join me please on question for let's Bilqis is laughing. So you know we have Annie in the class. Annie, join me please.
Oh my gosh.
See, you know it's you.
It's
It's you. Yeah.
oh,
Okay. Question 5A is yours, Annie. Go. Bismillah. Work out the volume of each cylinder. Yeah. Go on.
yeah.
So the volume equals, let's do it. Go.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Allah, gee, please help this girl.
Okay. Pi r squared times by 7.
Okay, so that's the best way to learn the volume formula is the general one, because the general one can lead you to any variation of the formula rather than learn them individually as 10 different formulas. Area times by height, the area is what? Is the area of the cross section, which is the shape that's traveling through the shape, which is pi r squared, and then we times it by the height. So pi times by the, what's the radius?
3.
Is 3. So 3 squared, and what's the height?
7.
Now, can you see the lovely picture of a calculator, which is your best friend? The little calculator emoji. Yeah,
No,
you love it. You see, you don't deny your love for the calculator. You love it. Yeah, you love calculators. So you put this in the calculator now. Pi times by that. So we do shift pi times by what? 3 squared is really 9. 9 times by 7 is
63.
Oh my gosh, you just about saved the day. So that'll give you 63 pi for the moment. So remember what I said to you before, this is called the pure answer. The pure. Nothing has been lost. Okay, now it does say, did it say Salih what to say 3SF or something? What's it saying?
No, it says that.
Okay, it says give your answer to 1 dp. So okay, back to you, Naya. How do I get my 1 dp answer out of my pure answer? What do I do?
You press the SD button.
You press the SD button. Okay, lovely. That gives me 197.920 blah 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 blah. So what is to 1 dp?
197.9
And what's the units for the volume?
centimeters cubed.
Fantastic. And we can write over here in brackets what our accuracy was. Fantastic. That is so good. I love that question. So nice, easy peasy stuff so far. Okay, Mr. Rian, are you with us? Can you hear us, Mr. Rian? Are you there? Are you amongst the living? Mr. Rian Saab. Yeah, hello. Mr. Rian, are you there? I think Mr. Rian has gone to sleep. I think he has gone and slipped underneath the car. Okay, I think he's changing the clutch. Okay, question number 5A is nice and easy peasy, right? Okay, so we can have millimeters, centimeters, meters, and centimeters. Okay, so let's have your turn to have a go some questions. Let's have a go at B and C. Okay, all right, and get started, please, folks. Whoa, that is way too fat. Woo! Okay. So those 3 questions. Mr. Asin, are you still there or have you gone to bed? Mr. Asin, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, he goes, he says, yeah, alhamdulillah. Shukra Jagna, huh? Good boy. Do the questions, send me answers quickly as you do them. Don't forget question C, you need to change the,
Radius.
oh my God, Mr. Rion is supposed to have 10-minute break, not a 10-hour break. You're not supposed to go out into your dad's garage and start valeting the cars and stuff and hoovering the insides and the dashboards and steam cleaning the engine. It's a 10-minute break, you're 10 minutes, 9 minutes plus 1, 10 minutes. Okay, Rian, while you're at it, can you make me a cup of coffee as well? I'll have a cup as well, please, Rian. What are we doing? We are working at the volume of the cylinders using the method on the left-hand side of the screen. Yes, sir.
My answer is 166.
I got that.
Sorry.
I got 1,000.
So sorry.
167,000.
I got this.
Sorry for answering like that. Okay, let's go back to the question. Yeah, go on. Right, which question are we supposed to be doing? And number 5, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just checking the answer on this side. So for number 5B, yeah? B?
Yeah.
What do you get?
166,000.
1,000. Okay, no, that's fine. Sorry, it's just
I got the same.
167,283.5.
Yeah.
MashaAllah, whoever got that right, give yourself a pat on the back. Like this. Give yourself a pat. Well done. Excellent. The next one, we have different units. So please make sure that your answer for the volume will be meters cubed. So hint, hint, you might need to do something about this measurement.
So
G, yes, Mr.
I
Abdullah,
made-
B.
I made the meter into centimeters. That's still okay.
Meters, centimeters, slightly not, because the answer is given in meters cubed and then we'll have to do conversions and stuff. It's best if you do other way around for me, please. Can you?
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Didn't notice.
Anybody need any help? Question number 7 is going to be fun. They're giving you the answer. They want you to work out the question. Remember, this is a reverse question. Only be in reverse when you need to be. Don't be in reverse all your life. Okay, Bilkis?
Yeah.
Remember, reverse question, not reverse your life. Are you listening, Annie? Annie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Annie? Remember, only be in reverse for the duration of the question. Do not be in reverse all your life. Otherwise, that'll cause problem. Mr. Rian, What can I say? What can I say? I'm reading your comments. I understand your pain, mister. You just feel like getting back to that valeting job. Okay. I'll have to speak to your pops about. I mean, Salia, is everything okay, Mom? Salia. Hello, Salia. Can I help you? Which question are you on, Salia? Oh, students need emotional encouragement. Hello, my baby. Salia.
I know how to do it.
You can't do this question.
I know how to do it.
Oh, man.
Can I do it here?
No, you can't do it here. They'll see it. They'll see it. Go on, sit down. Sorry about that, Salia. She needed, she's having one of those special moments. She's feeling emotionally drained mathematically. Okay. So she needed some hugs. Okay, for everybody, that's Salia's my daughter. Okay, right. Let's get back. Who's done question C? Come on. I know, yes, Rihan, I understand. You're in year 9.
I'm in year 10.
Mr. Rihan's in year 9, Salia's in year 10. Okay, anybody else? Mr. Aston, have you got to number question 5C or are you still on B? Where are you, man? Come Abdullah, home. Abdullah, Abdul Hamid. Okay, what's the answer for 5C? Come on, man.
Sorry, just talking to my brother.
Okay. Eliza, come on, so help us with Eliza. I think Eliza helped me an answer just recently. Oh, she has?
Is it 10.2?
Yes, it was a 2 point?
10.2.
For question C?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Okay. Annie, your answer is incorrect.
How do you convert?
No, actually, no. I think she, oh, yeah, you are. That's wrong. That is wrong. Oh my God, Essen. Essen, man, is your calculator battery's gone flat or something? They give you no answers. Inaya with an I. Does that one say this? Salia?
Yeah.
Inaya, mashallah, girl. Save the die.
Did I actually get it right?
You did.
Oh my God.
You got it right. I'll put the answer for everybody to check.
You get like £1,000 now. How much?
So you got to work out the area of this bit time by the height. Yeah, she did get C. Of course she did. Because she's clever like that.
Obviously, I got it right.
Obviously, she got it right. She's not related to Annie, by the way. Yeah. Okay, so we got pi r squared time by height equals pi time by the radius is 2.5 squared time by the height is 0.13. And we've got to change into meters. And then you pop all of that into the calculator. Hello, calculator. Shift. So 2.55, we wanted to 1 decimal place, so that'll be 2.6 meters cubed to the pound decimal place. Okay, question number 7. Who's number 7? Eliza, have you done number 7? I don't know if anybody's done it, it's Eliza. Even though she's the furthest one away, it's like she's like out of this universe, all the way up in Sheffield.
I did do it, but I don't know if I got it right.
But tell me the answer to the chat. Okay, your answer is very close. You're out by a little bit. Your answer is a little bit too big. Go back, check your working out. Okay, what about Mr. Abdul Hamid? Can you tell me your answer? Mr. Abdul Hamid, you are exceedingly quiet boy in the class. And online, come on. Send me the answer for number 7. And don't tell me I've got the yes, Bilkis finished?
I'm stuck on rearranging the height bit.
Oh no.
I'm not-
Well, anybody feeling brave so they can do question number 7 with the class? Put your hand up. Don't rush all at once. Abdullah B. Bismillah. Open mic, let's go.
Yes.
The
So
mic is yours. Go, go, go. Come on.
so first we use the formula, the volume,
Is equal
which is
to
area times
yeah,
height.
yeah, that's
height
the
of-
general one. Yes, good.
Yeah. So it said already 3.5 is radius, so 3.5 pi times 3.5 squared.
So where
times-
do you put these numbers? Where do you put these numbers?
We just substitute, so 125 equals
The volume.
yeah equals
And
3 times
3.5 goes into this part over here. So
yeah
you got to put everything into the right place. So the 3.5 gets dropped down here. The 125 gets dropped over here. So we kind of got this kind of like substitution like this. Okay, lovely. Then had we need to work out the value of h. Is that right?
yeah.
Good. So what do we do next?
So we take the pi times 3.5 squared and
And then
we
what do we
divide
do to it?
it to the other side. We take it to the other side. So
And what's it become?
haven't worked
Becomes
that out.
divide.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how you do it, Bilkis. Hope that answers your question. Let me get hold of my calculator-ometer. Where's it gone? Okie dokie. So calculator 1, 2, 5. Asin, you're working too slowly, man. You're working like a Buddha Purana, man. You need to switch your turbos on. Yeah. You need to tell your dad take you for a drive in the Porsche to get you woken up, man. You sutya, man. It's like you drive around the Yaris. Okay, so what do we get? Height is equal to
3.248.
I haven't finished it, so I'm gonna finish off now. So then we have to round it. Is it to 1 SF or something?
It never said
1 DP. Okay, let's just do 1 DP.
okay.
That's what the answer is given to, by the way. Yeah, that's a typical nice, lovely exam style question where they give you the answer to the volume question. They want you to work out backwards and work out the height. And did you get that right, Annie?
I think I got it right.
What do you mean by you think got it?
Yeah,
Oh
I got
my
it right.
God. Okay. What do you mean by you think you got it right? How many arms do you have, Annie?
I had to check my answer.
You did
that's
check.
why.
How many do you have?
One answer.
You have 1 answer. I thought you had 2 arms.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh.
have 2 arms.
This girl is so strange. If I asked her how many arms, you wouldn't be sure. She said, sir, let me count 1 on this side and 1 on that side. And let me just think. Let me get the calculator out. 1 and 1 is 2. Okay. Right. Question number 7 done. Okay. Okay. The next question is very, very important to do with cylinders. And let's move the calculator out of the way. Hello. Calculator's gone. Okay. So oops. Ooh, okay, question, this one here. Whoa. So let's have Inaya with the I. Join me with this question, please.
So you have to do.
Read the question first of all to us, please.
Oh,
Oh,
calculate Calculate the total surface area of the cylinder. Give your answer to 1 decimal place.
Okay, total surface area means what to you?
The area of the whole cylinder.
Which is the, describe it, go on. It is the top and the
bottom.
And the
middle part.
And the curvy side bits, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. So let's write that down. So total surface area is equal to the top and the bottom. These circles are, oh, okay, they're a bit dodgy, but never mind. Can't do that now. And then we're going to add the, now, if you were to split the cylinder here and open it up, what shape would it make? If you split the cylinder,
Rectangle.
it makes a rectangle. The height of the rectangle is the height of the cylinder. And the length of the rectangle is what of the cylinder? Of the circle?
Is it a diameter?
It's the circumference.
Yeah.
It's the circumference of the circle. So that's the modeling. So how do I work out the area of the top part of the cylinder back to you, Inaya, with I?
You do pi r squared.
And then pi r squared again. How do you work out the area of a rectangle?
2 pi r h.
Oh, very good. Okay, lovely. Right, now let's start putting in the values. So we got pi. What's the radius?
4.
And 4 squared is?
16.
And same for the bottom?
Yeah, wait, what?
And same for the bottom? The bottom radius same as the top radius?
Oh yeah, 16 pi.
Obviously. Okay, so sir, obviously, sir, don't you know that? Duh. Okay, next we have 16 pi plus. Okay, 2 times by 4 is 8. 8 times by 8 is?
64 pi.
Don't feel shy. To get 64 pi is fine. Next, what's 64 at 16 at 16?
Wait, it's 96 pi altogether.
Look, no, this girl is more clever than I thought she is. She's very clever. Soon she'll be opening her own channel. So he goes, give your answer to 1 decimal place. Remember, this is called the pure answer. The pure one. It's got all the information locked in there. So now we need to grab our calculator ometers. We grab the calculator and we type in the calculator 96 times by, Bilkis, are you okay? Okay, then you press the SD button. Okay, what's that give us?
301.6.
Okay, let's write down the answer first. So always write down a couple of decimal places first, and then write down the answer, the final one. So it's 1 dp, 301.6, is that right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. So if you want to work out the total surface area of a cylinder and a radius r, it will be 2 pi r squared, which we've just done and broke it down. They've kind of simplified this, plus the 2 pi r h, which we've just done. So if you wanted to learn it, then that is how you could learn it. But I love to do the diagrams and do it fresh, like taza grill. Yeah, fresh. So the top, okay. So, it's not letting me do this highlighting because of the, so how can I do it? So the top part is here, the bottom part is here, and the curvy bit's there. Okay, done. Okie dokie. Right, let's go to the calculator, move it out the way. Okay. Right, so we've got some exam style questions. We haven't really got much time doing the exam style question. Okay.
Let's just do that one.
Let's just do question number 10. Okay, so before we move on to the Sophia's, well done, Sonia.
It wasn't me, it broke on.
Okay, leave it, Sonia. Leave it. Question number 10, number 11. You got 10 minutes left, folks. Let's do some questions. Let's go. Do I like Yorkshire tea? Abdullah. Yeah, I don't mind Yorkshire tea. Normally I have the, which one do we have, Sonia?
PG6.
We have PGC, we have the one with the monkey on it. the monkey T. The monkeys. It's the monkeys.
I was burning my hand.
Is it on?
Yeah,
Did you put it on?
on one and it's boiling hot.
Obviously. Look on.
Oh,
What have you done to it, sir? Move out the way then.
the legs come off.
Yeah, the leg goes off.
Ow, ow.
Let go of it. Let go of it.
On 0.
Question, Sadia.
You know, you burnt my hand off.
Be quiet.
Really?
If you put the heater on, you got on the floor on my hand.
Mm.
Pardon me, Brenda. No, that's
So
yeah.
no, for question 10, isn't there like a formula for surface area or something like that?
The surface area is what we've just done, mister. The surface area is what we've just done here.
Oh, that's a formula. Okay.
Yeah, or they've given it to you here.
Why?
They've-
Oh,
Yeah, that's the more simplified version of R1, 2 pi r squared, because you have two circles, and 2 pi RH is the circumference times by the height.
acha, okay.
Acha. So that's the formula you need to use. Anybody got the height for number 10?
No.
Okay. You look at my answers.
No, I did it. I'm just trying to see if I got it right. I got 5. Why? I don't think I did it right.
Okay, I'm doing my calculator while I've frozen the screen for you guys. And I'm gonna see if I get the right answer. Okay, somebody write in the right answer, please. So far, all the answers have been given are incorrect. Come on, Mr. Essen, are you still there? Are you awake?
I got like
Have you got an answer for me?
I got like 5.5.
No.
And then 5.
Okay, who's ready for question for the first one? Question number 10, what's your answer, Salia? Okay, so I'm surrounded by doctors and surgeons and stuff. in this.
I got like 5.5.
Okay, let's unfreeze the screen. Bilkis, what do you get for number 10? Bilkis? Oh my days, I don't know. Right, okay. What's the total surface area? Essen, open your mic and join me. What's the total surface area given earlier to you? What was it?
3,900.
Now, what's the formula for the total surface area?
Oh, 2 pi r squared plus plus pi r squared plus pi r squared.
No. 2 pi r squared is pi r squared plus pi r squared. And what's the next part of this the formula?
Plus 2 pi rh.
Lovely. Okay, so what was the total? So what was the area that they gave you? What was the total surface area they gave you? What was it?
3,900
And where does that go?
at the end.
At the beginning, not the end. And then we know what the 2 is. We know what the pi is. What's the radius in the question?
5.
Are you having
15,
eyesight problems?
15.
15. So where you see the radius, you put the 15 in. So the 2 we know, the pi we know, the 15 we know. And which bit do we not know?
The height.
The height only we don't know. So if you put all the values in, so 3,900 goes the beginning. What's 2 times by 15 squared? Well, 15 squared is 225. 225 times by 2 is 450. 450 times by pi is 450 pi. So all of this simplifies to what?
450 pi.
And 2 times by 15 is what? 30 pi
30.
h. 30 pi h. So if you want to work out the value of h, so you look at the start at the h has been timed by 30 pi and it's been added by 450 pi. So which one do you move first?
30 pi.
Rubbish. That's the first action. You don't move the first action first. You move the last action first. The h has been timed by 30 pi first, then it's been added by 450 pi last. You move the 450 pi first. This is the basics of solving algebra, key stage 2 stuff. Yes, so if I give you a question like this, 39 is equal to 5 plus say 7x. You want to work out the x, you got to move the plus 5 first, then the time by 7 next. You're doing back to front. Come on, this is the basics of algebra. Can't be getting that wrong. You have to move the 450 pi first. Opposite of add it is?
Take away.
Opposite adding it is?
Take away.
Taking away. So take the away. Next. Opposite of timesing is?
Divide.
Sorted. So in 2 steps, you rearranged it, made H the subject, Bob's your uncle, and Jane's your auntie. Okay, sorted. So we got all the values, we know everything apart from the H. We rearrange it, make H the subject. H is 26 millimeters. Are we happy with that question? Yes? So let's have a look at what we're going to be doing for homework. So let's, okay, so I want to do this work here. Actually, this was exam style questions and pyramids and cone. But also that'll be for next week now, inshallah. Okay, so everybody should have done the part 1, which I've only got back by 2 students or something at the most. Sectors, this one, this one needs to be redone if you haven't already done it completely. Yeah, remember you have to do all the questions on this double page, every single one. Okay, next we have cylinders and spheres. Okay, so we haven't actually done the bottom part of that yet. So what else we have? So everybody needs to do now. I'm going to be sending you some worksheets. Chris, give me a second. I'll show you what the worksheets look like. Do those. So this one has to be completed. So this one to be completed. For anyone who hasn't done it the first time. All of this double page. Okay, now when it comes to cylinder, this is from the Purposeful Practice book, by the way. So you need to do this and this. And the sphere, for each way calculate volume and surface area. We didn't get a chance to get onto that right now, but the formula for that is just literally coming out of my mouth, but we didn't get a chance to write it down. So give me a second while I move this calculation out of the way. So it's over here. Just simply you substitute the values into those 2 formulas, one for surface area, one for volume, and you guys be smashing those questions like there's no tomorrow. So you should be then able to do these questions as well. So this is all homework. This is all homework. Okay, we need to do some more practice on the surface areas of the spheres, on the compound questions we have, and this one also is homework. So everything on this. Now, I will be also sending, give me a second, let me pull it up. Okay, where's it gone? Right, can you see this? Can you see this, everybody?
Yes. Yes.
So there's this one. You'll be.
Yes.
Oh no, that's not yours actually. That one's not yours. That was a different. Let me just see. Are they in here? Oh, give me a second. I need to show you those sheets. Okay, they've disappeared somewhere. Let me find them for you. Are they here? Oh, here they are. Okay, right. So here we go. So you'll be getting not this one, not this one. I'll be sending you this one and this one too, so you can do some further questions on sectors and things. You'll be getting those 2 as well through your homework. I'll send them to you as a dot document, so you need to print them out. Okay, Bilkis, and do this one as well. All right. So this one, 7.5 sectors of circles. Okay, and then you got this one. You got volumes and you got some surface area. Okay, so they'll be coming to you. So these 2 sheets, these 2 worksheets in the document, and also those which I told you. Okay, everybody, right, we will see you. Okay, I will stop the recording. See you next